Today our topic is the Stoic strategy for dealing with enemies. Life is full of challenges, and one of the most difficult challenges we face is dealing with people who seem to be against us. These people might be coworkers, neighbors, family members, or even strangers who criticize or hurt us. The Stoics, who were ancient philosophers, had a very wise way of dealing with enemies. They believed that the key to handling difficult people lies not in changing them, but in changing how we see them and how we react to them. This is a powerful idea, and if we can learn to apply it, we can live a more peaceful and fulfilling life. First, let's understand what Stoicism is. Stoicism is a philosophy that teaches us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we cannot control. The Stoics believe that our emotions and reactions are within our control, even if the actions of others are not. This means that when someone acts as an enemy toward us, we don't have to let their actions ruin our day or our peace of mind. Instead, we can choose how to respond in a way that is calm, rational, and strong. The first Stoic strategy for dealing with enemies is to remember that people's actions are not always about us. Often, when someone acts badly, it is because of their own problems, fears, or insecurities. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius, who was also a Roman emperor, wrote in his book Meditations that when someone does something wrong, we should ask ourselves, what is their reason for acting this way? This question helps us to see that their behavior is not necessarily personal. Maybe they are having a bad day, or maybe they are struggling with something we don't know about. When we understand this, it becomes easier to feel compassion for them instead of anger. The second Stoic strategy is to focus on our own actions and responses. The Stoics believe that we cannot control what other people do, but we can always control how we react. For example, if someone insults us, we don't have to insult them back. Instead, we can choose to stay calm and not let their words hurt us. This doesn't mean we have to agree with them or let them treat us badly. It simply means that we don't let their negativity control our emotions. By staying calm and rational, we take away their power to upset us. This is a very strong position to be in, and it can even make our enemies respect us more. The third Stoic strategy is to see our enemies as teachers. The Stoics believe that every challenge in life is an opportunity to grow and become stronger. When someone acts as an enemy toward us, they give us a chance to practice patience, self-control, and understanding. Instead of seeing them as a problem, we can see them as a test of our character. For example, if someone is rude to us, we can practice responding with kindness. If someone tries to make us angry, we can practice staying calm. In this way, our enemies become our teachers, helping us to become better people. The fourth Stoic strategy is to remember that we are all part of the same human family. The Stoics believe that all people are connected, and that we should treat each other with respect and kindness, even when it is difficult. When someone acts as an enemy, it can be hard to remember this, but the Stoics would say that we should try. They would tell us to see the humanity in everyone, even those who hurt us. This doesn't mean we have to be friends with our enemies, or let them treat us badly. It just means that we should try to understand them, and not let their actions change who we are. The fifth Stoic strategy is to focus on what is truly important. The Stoics believe that many of the things we worry about are not as important as we think. When someone acts as an enemy, it can feel like a big deal, but the Stoics would remind us that it is not. What is truly important is our own character and how we live our lives. If we focus on being honest, kind, and strong, then the actions of our enemies will not matter as much. We can rise above their negativity and live a good life, no matter what they do. The sixth Stoic strategy is to practice forgiveness. Forgiveness does not mean that we forget what someone has done, or that we let them treat us badly again. It simply means that we let go of our anger and resentment. The Stoics believe that holding on to anger only hurts us, not the person we are angry with. When we forgive, we free ourselves from the burden of negativity. This allows us to move forward with a clear mind and a peaceful heart. The seventh Stoic strategy is to remember that nothing lasts forever. The Stoics believe that everything in life is temporary, including our problems and our enemies. When someone acts as an enemy toward us, it can feel like the situation will never end. But the Stoics would remind us that it will. Life is always changing, and difficult situations will eventually pass. This knowledge can help us to stay strong and not let our enemies bring us down. The eighth Stoic strategy is to focus on the present moment. The Stoics believe that we should not waste our energy worrying about the past or the future. Instead, we should focus on what we can do right now to handle the situation in front of us. When we are dealing with an enemy, it can be easy to get caught up in anger or fear about what might happen next. But the Stoics would tell us to stay in the present and deal with the situation as it is. This helps us to stay calm and make better decisions. The ninth Stoic strategy is to remember that we are not alone. The Stoics believe that we are all part of a larger community, and that we can find support and strength from others. When we are dealing with an enemy, it can be helpful to talk to friends or family members who can give us advice and encouragement. We don't have to face our problems alone, and sometimes just knowing that someone is on our side can make a big difference. The 10th and final Stoic strategy is to keep a sense of humor. The Stoics believe that life is full of ups and downs and that we should not take everything too seriously. When someone acts as an enemy, it can be helpful to laugh at the situation and not let it get to us. Humor can be a powerful tool for staying positive and keeping things in perspective. It reminds us that life is too short to waste on anger and resentment. In conclusion, the Stoic strategy for dealing with enemies is not about fighting back or seeking revenge. It is about staying calm, rational, and strong in the face of difficulty. By focusing on what we can control, seeing our enemies as teachers, and practicing forgiveness, we can rise above negativity and live a peaceful and fulfilling life. The Stoics teach us that our enemies do not have the power to hurt us unless we let them. When we choose to respond with patience, kindness, and understanding, we take away their power and show our own strength. This is the Stoic way, and it is a powerful way to live.